Welcome. Today on Bacon is My Podcast, we talk to Paradise Vultures.
Yes.
We talk about becoming a two-piece band. We talk about the album experience versus the live experience, building stuff with your hands, Baldur's Gate, and so much more.
Yeah, remember to always go to baconismypodcast.com. That's where you can find all of our episodes, some merch, some sweet, sweet swag, episodes, a little bit of extra stuff, including sponsors such as Manscaped and all the others.
Check them out there. You want to support the show, you want to support us, jump over to patreon.com/baconismypodcast, where you can be a part of some live recordings of discussions and drinks. We do that every single week and let you be a part of it. A lot of extra stuff on there too, so definitely check that out. Extra episodes, extra stuff, special events, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. And always, please, if you're listening to us, please make sure you like us, subscribe. Whatever you got to do, whatever platform you're on, there's a way to follow us. So please hit that. And also, give some reviews. If it's good,
It'd be awesome.
Cool. Tell us we're awesome. If it's bad, tell us we're not awesome. Tell us why.
But tell us
Of
why.
course, tell us on all of the platforms, including the social media platforms. Tag us at Bacon is My Podcast, or use the hashtag What's Your Bacon or Bacon is My Pod.
And next, Paradise Vultures. What's your bacon?
At Bacon is My Pod.
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
What's up, guys? It's Mike from Bacon is My Podcast. What I wanted to do is actually tell you a little bit about our new friends over at Arrowland's Natural Goods. They sent us over something called Beard Jelly. Wake Up called Beard Jelly. Now, as you know, obviously, I am a beard guy. I have a lot of beard products. Everything from oils to balms to butters to waxes to you name it, I've used it. Best all-in-one is, without a doubt, this beard jelly. It gives you volume, but it also controls the fizz. It softens it. It nourishes my beard. I've been using it for about 2 weeks, and man, it feels really great. Right now, they have the original spice out. This is a high viscosity beard oil that has green coffee and peppermint oils, and it's been really, really great. I know that they're working on some brand new flavors, if you will, some aromas. So go ahead and check them out. Arrowland's Natural Goods, and always remember to ask yourself, what's your bacon?
What's up, guys? Are you a fan of Bacon is My Podcast? And you're like, where can I find more stuff?
Well, we got the site for you at baconismypodcast.com. That's where you can find literally everything. It's the portal to his stuff, my stuff, and our stuff, including Bacon's My Fashion.
You can find t-shirts, you can find hats, you can find all kinds of stuff to put on your body parts. You can also check out all of our awesome sponsors, get discounts. We always have the most recent and the best prices for you. And check it out also over at patreon.com/
Bacon is My Podcast. Never changing.
never changing. Find us at baconismypodcast.com. Thanks for checking it out, guys. And remember to ask yourselves,
What's your bacon?
well, peace. All right, that's the
promo
promo
video.
vid, guys.
Sick. Fuck yeah. That was awesome.
Do the thumbnails?
Yep, we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a 3, 2, 1. Make whatever faces you want for the thumbnails, and we're gonna do 2 of them, and that way we have a choice. All right. So 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Second one. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'm just going to turn this down because I feel like it's maybe hitting my mic.
Mm.
And the whole time you'll hear.
We're in a wind tunnel.
Dude,
It's a
we're
bit
gonna
humid.
We're
A
gonna
bit humid in here.
It's
With
fucking
that.
hot as hell. I'm actually really excited because I really like this band.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Shit, man.
I mean, we don't bring bands on that we don't like, but we do bring bands on that they're good.
they're good. But
We get it. Yeah, we
Yeah.
get it.
sometimes you got to play diplomatic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Six
Come on,
set.
Christy.
6 set. Can I use your amp?
Yeah.
right. yes.
I didn't feel like fucking hauling mine today.
I yes, absolutely.
We have a way of letting
Oh,
people
yeah.
know what kind of show they had without being insulting, and it's when they come off and they're like, "Yo, how was the show? How'd you like it? How'd you think?" You go, "Yo, you're up there.
Yeah.
I saw you up there, man.
Wow.
I admire your
Wow.
bravery.
I saw you up there.
That's
Yeah.
powerful, bro.
Great
That's powerful.
jacket.
So your
Of-
jeans were killing it.
Of
dude.
all the performances tonight, that was truly one of them.
Yes, yes.
yeah,
You did it.
you did it.
You
were,
did that show.
You were.
How do we do? A job.
Yeah.
You did
Yeah.
a job.
You played. You did play. That was tight.
I feel like they would get it. They would get it.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
would get it.
yeah. You'd
Like
be like,
here.
"So you guys up there?" You'd be like, "Oh shit."
Ah, fuck, dude. Yeah.
Like, damn it.
All right.
We were up there.
Yeah. Everybody has one of those. Everybody has one of those yeah shows though.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, we all
100%.
Dude, we played. I played this this like private. I'm not gonna give away too many details. It
Don't.
was a number of years ago. I played this private Grammy party at some point in history, and there was a big name artist that tried something new, and it fucking didn't work, and it didn't work for like 45 straight fucking minutes. And she-
Oh.
yeah, dude.
It's a
And-
long time for something not to work.
like somebody who I really like love and I still love and respect. And it was just like, hey man, you should have brought a contingency on stage, but they
Right.
didn't. And it is what it is. And they walked past me. I was out back smoking a cigarette. And they were walking to their car. I was like, hey, so-and-so, that was a great set. And they looked at me and they're just like, no, it fucking wasn't.
And you're like, all right.
And you're like,
No, it fucking wasn't. I was like, I get that.
You're right.
Get it. You're right.
Totally
It was
lying
shitty.
to your
It was
fucking face.
totally shitty, dude. But
I should have said, I should have good gamed you. Like,
I should have been like, hey, you were up there.
Here's a good old Christmas goose.
yep. 12-year-old soccer game.
You'll
Uh,
get-
I'm excited to announce that we have Paradise Vultures on this show today.
Yes.
And
If you saw the 7 questions, you already know this. If
Yeah.
you didn't see the 7 questions, go see that because it's awesome. You'll get to know a lot about them
yeah,
before
then what
they
the
even
fuck
come
you
on out.
doing?
yeah. And
Yeah.
what I love is that you guys are a 2-piece. And
Yeah.
I'm currently kind of going through a similar situation myself with my band. And what I wanted to ask Matt is, since you were a drummer before, and now you've gotten rid of the other players in your band, what did you miss? Like having really difficult load-ins or something? Like what was the thought process behind going, oh well, I want to bring extra shit?
So the funny thing is we actually,
Oh, Tommy, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was the,
That's exactly
Right.
what it was.
yeah.
Because I missed having to haul in a bunch of shit.
Uh-huh.
And when I was just playing bass, I had a P bass in a mono bag that fit on my back, and I had a pedal board for a little bit, and then I ditched the pedal board in lieu of just 2 cables and a tuner into a little tiny Mesa Boogie Subway. Was it the WD 800 or
Yeah.
the TT 800?
Yeah, that's,
I fucking love that amp.
yeah, it's
And
fucking
all of it
dope.
fit in the backpack. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I want a pedal board again with like 15 pedals on it where I have to do a bunch of tap dancing
Yeah,
while I'm also
literally. Yes.
singing. And then, you know what? I want to also have to bring a 212 and a cab and get a new bass that doesn't fit into a mono bag because it's too fucking long. I just want more shit. And that's what I
thought.
did.
I thought, I've literally actively for shows have actively tried to get smaller and smaller and smaller.
Oh yeah.
And then like you were talking to, like I listened to one of the podcasts you were on, and you were talking about like, well, it was a lot of like tinkering and figuring out stuff and trying to, okay, what sounds digital and what doesn't, and this and that. And I'm like, I'm a two-piece now. And we just like, I went the road easy, which was like, fine, I'll just track it and just do tracks. But what went into, like, for you, what went into the whole process of going, okay, well, instead of guitar, I'm going to be a bass player, and then also have that play some of the guitar as well. Like, what went into that thought process of, instead of being drummer, guitar, track, what went into that whole change of like, okay, well, I'm going to do bass, and it sound like guitar and it sound like bass and all that stuff. Like, what went into
How'd you land here?
Go straight gearhead on him, bro.
Let's do it. I fucking love Gear Talk, and I also loved, really quickly before I get into this tangent, I want to address something that I heard you guys say in another podcast, where you were talking about once you're playing through a distortion pedal, your fucking alder body, and your roasted maple neck, and your ebony fretboard don't matter, and it really doesn't, because it's designed to compress and add so much sonic information to your signal that it's all about your pickup. It is 100% about your pickup. What's your pickup placement? If you're on a bass, are you blending? Are you yada yada yada? So I love that, and that's kind of a large guiding, like, very much so, the guiding principle behind. So I actually was originally this band was a 4-piece, like, years ago, and then it kind of it was a 4-piece for like 6 months, 7 months, and then it kind of rebranded into a 3-piece after a little hiatus. But I was originally the rhythm guitar player, and I fucking hated it. I absolutely hated it. I love guitar. I don't like playing guitar live. I don't like playing guitar and singing at the same time, because I end up doing just the same, like, cowboy chord strumming.
Right.
And I got really frustrated with it. I could write well on it. And I was really comfortable writing on it. But as far as playing it live, I just didn't like it. And then we trimmed down to a 3-piece, and I started playing bass, and I immediately, because of, like, my whole background it's drums and piano. So it's very percussive. It's all percussive instruments.
Rhythmic and
and this was like, guitar came so much later that it's not really a foundational instrument for me. So it's like, I can write on guitar, but I tend to write on piano a lot more, and then kind of transpose it onto a guitar and do a little bit of revoicing for the different instruments. But really the second that I picked up a bass, because I wrote this whole record kind of starting from a bass perspective, and that was the secret sauce. Like, that's what I needed to be doing with my fingers while I was singing, not just kind of mindlessly like which is fine if that is your style, like, obviously not saying anything against that, but that was right when I was playing with my fingers, and then I was like, I like the sound more of, like, I love fingerstyle playing. I don't do any fingerstyle playing live. I like the pick attack. I like being able to mute and chug with both my right hand and my left hand on a bass. I like fucking love it. And it was right when I found that synergy when I figured out the synergy between singing and playing bass at the same time. That was the shit that changed, like, how I wrote songs. You know what I mean? That was what changed how I approached live shows. Of it just, everything clicked. Of like, oh, you mean I can just, like, tap my fingers and do all the shit that I used to get sent to the principal's office for in school, and sing at the same time and, like, entertain people? Fuck yeah. And when we trimmed down to the 2-piece, we were auditioning. We had lost our original guitarist, and then had this interim guitarist, and it just didn't work out for a multitude of reasons. And
then we started auditioning.
Guitarists. Like, I took like a month off, and I was like, do I even want to play music anymore? And obviously yes, because I've quit doing a lot of very addicting things that I don't need to mention here.
Or anywhere.
Or
for that
anywhere.
matter, buddy.
Heroin.
I never did that. I swear to God.
There's a statute. What are they gonna fucking charge me? You
yeah.
did drugs 18 years ago, you piece of shit.
You can't get bro. This is what it is.
Okay, yeah. But no,
we
the
all
one-
we all have a past. We all have a
yeah,
past.
exactly.
We
No,
all.
but the thing that I can't quit is playing music. I love writing music. I love playing music live, and you know, we've had to. Maddie and I instantly clicked right when we started playing together.
Yeah,
because we're both drummers, and I know how he thinks, and he knows how I think, and we also bring influences that don't mesh up to the table and kind of throw those at each other too, to further broaden those horizons. And so we have a really very fluid, very comfortable
it's also genuine.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not we're not making it up. It's like, oh, sorry, I forgot we're sharing mics. I love Deftones, love you too. Love Deftones, love hip hop, love R&B, all that stuff. And we both grew up very close in proximity to the Valley and stuff, and so there's a lot of good influences. And
Oh yeah.
I love to, like, basically, like, in a short answer, we try to fuck with each other as much as possible on stage and see what comes from it.
And that dynamic is really hard to do with a third person who doesn't have like years of history and a
And doesn't
common
have chops.
Right.
exactly
Yeah,
man.
yes,
Well,
100%.
That too.
Yeah.
So we auditioned a couple people, and it's like dudes that I really love and respect, and it just didn't feel right. You know what I mean? And I also fully recognize, like, hey, we're gonna have to kind of put this band on hiatus fucking again, so that we can, you know, like integrate and assimilate and kind of onboard this new member, and make them, you know, as comfortable interpersonally as they are creatively and musically with us.
It's a process, yeah.
And
It's a very long process.
we
You got to get
did it-
past the new guy thing.
yeah,
know?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well,
man.
it's a lot of the reason why I like the band that I have is it, like, from the beginning was kind of one of those things where it was like, all right, well, if we need to like pivot and do something, like, at least we have the two of us, and then we just get somebody else. And then
Yeah.
Right.
I like, it wasn't till this past show that I was kind of like faced with, okay, the two easy options for bass players are not there. Do I want to, the two or three that I have,
Right.
they're not there. It's not working out. So do I want to try and find another one, or do I just want to just go, like, just do it, just
Right.
like keep going? And so yeah, I
That
totally
was-
get it.
That was exactly what it came from, where
Yeah.
I love Royal Blood, and I love Death from Above 1979, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I've studied both their rigs, and my rig is not super similar, but it's not dissimilar to a lot of the same stuff that they're doing. It's ABY stuff. It's you know, octave manipulation. But we just like took over my living room for
3
like
months.
3 months.
Yeah.
And we tried doing tracks, and we played as a 2-piece with tracks twice, and both times we cut the tracks halfway into the first song, because it was just right away. It was just like, fuck that. It's the same kind of limiting. It was the same for me.
Yeah.
Not that I don't look down on anybody that plays with tracks, dude.
Not at all.
Do whatever you want to do. And I wish that I could feel comfortable playing with them, but it's so
It's a third party.
and there's no room for the whole thing. I think the whole dynamic that really makes this 2-piece setup between Maddie and I really special and like palpable, and it's you can feel the chemistry, right? Is the whole driving force of that is the fact that we're able to fuck with each other on stage, that we're able to like throw each other wild cards on stage and communicate
on the fly.
Communicate on the fly, like in unplanned moments, non-verbally. If one of us, if I miss a part or I step on the wrong pedal at the wrong place, if I accidentally cut my bass signal when I'm trying to, because you have limited space, and I got big dumb feet, and stages are dark.
Yeah.
And sometimes I step on the wrong thing,
That
man.
shit happened on Thursday, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And what do? If we're playing to tracks and that happens, tracks leave so little room for
Creativity.
for like there's no flexibility to them. So we tried doing it a couple times. Once we had like gotten to the point where I'm like, listen, man, I got a bass amp, I got a bass cab, I got a guitar combo. I'm gonna order an ABY pedal tomorrow.
Mhm.
I have an octave pedal. And I started whittling down this board and creating this split signal board, and it went through a bunch of different iterations until I really realized like what I wanted it to do. And once I settled on the fact that I wanted my bass signal is it's a compressor and a tube preamp into the front end of the Mesa.
Okay.
It's not, I don't have any modulation effects. I don't have any time-based effects on that side of the board. It's not a Justin Chancellor board. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not, that's not what I wanted to bet right away. I was like, okay, cool. So we need to create more sonic information in place of like melodic information or harmonic information. So it's a lot of distortion, and all that distortion, it's essentially a crossover and a blend, you know what I mean? Like a frequency crossover and a blend, where the only shit that gets distorted is all the high frequency stuff that's running through a compressor. It's running through a parametric equalizer, that new Empress Para EQ, the Mark II.
So sick.
It's the best.
Oh.
Fucking love that thing, man. It's incredible. And again, every state, it's a lot of gain staging. Speaking of what you were talking about earlier, is where it's what matters at that point is the pickups, and that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to make matter. It's like, how do I tame this? Because realistically, the octave up, any pitch shifter is going to have a little bit of warbliness and weirdness with tracking octave up shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Tracking octave down is way easier. You're going to get a way more natural tone. If you're tracking an octave down on a guitar, it's going to be a way more natural tone. It doesn't sound as digital. You can't really hear the artifacts as much, but you can hear them a shitload with the bass, like a lot. So then that becomes the issue of how do we sweeten this up enough to make it not sound like shit? Because the octave up kind of sounds shitty.
Right.
So and then it becomes this kind of war of frequencies with that parametric equalizer afterwards. And then going into other little sweeteners. We have the Strymon Deco is Strymon Deco.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking.
It's sick as
it's
fuck.
Well,
it's so
dude, I like avoided that pedal for so long, and then I finally picked one up, and I was like, oh my god, it's not sexy, it's amazing. It's not like it's a fucking Empress ecosystem or a microcosm, and it does all this granular looping and shit. It's like, nah, man, it just sounds cool.
Yeah. Well, there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, and like you literally were saying that. I just reached to my right, got myself. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, so if something heavy, if my band is gonna just continue to be a two-piece, maybe I can work on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude,
and I mean,
absolutely.
for us, man, we found that the secret sauce was like cutting pretty much all was like carving out frequencies.
Exactly.
So it's very specifically carving out. We're carving out the top end of the bass. So the bass is very
prominent,
subby, but tight. You know what I mean? It's a pretty thin band that I have that bass going through. There's very little gain, so it's not like a P bass through an SVT, because it's too much sonic information. It's too much melodic information going through, or too much like harmonic information rather. And then the whole top end is where I put all my effects.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's all time-based effects, all modulation effects, distortion, gain staging. That was from day one. It was like, that's how we make it sound, because when it's playing through when it's just dry through the pitchfork, through the octave up, which is it's the clean blend.
Pitchfork is my favorite.
It's
Dude,
the best,
pitch.
dude.
It's my favorite pitch.
It's
I switched
fucking
to I switched to digital, and I'm using like quad cortex now and everything, but I still have my pitchfork.
Fuck yeah.
I didn't get rid of that. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I didn't get rid of.
No,
Well,
the thing is,
It's
What's
so
up?
good.
And what I love about you guys is, and we're talking about all this, about how they become a two-piece and all that kind of stuff, but this is what you do live.
Right.
But
Yeah.
when you're writing and you're recording a whole album, a whole record or whatever, you're still doing all the other things.
yeah.
But it's just a matter of paring it down to what makes the most sense live and what's going to make that still sound like that song on the record.
Yeah, like
Which
what-
is
Yeah.
super.
I like that there's a live
Awesome.
approach and there's a recording approach. I
Yes.
think that's cool. I think a lot of people we've come into an age where, because it's easy to do it or easier to do it, people tend to want to have their live sound exactly mimic what's on the record.
I mean, we were even talking about it
like
last
everything
week.
that's on the record has to be there live. Every
right.
keyboard part, every this, every that, and everything. And which is something that I've never really been able to kind of like get down with. I've always my brain has always been like, no, the studio is a place where we can try all these different things, and then live you get the benefit of seeing and
Mhm.
Yeah.
interacting. And
If I wanted to hear everything that was on the record, I'd just listen to the
Listen to the
fucking
fucking
record and
record,
save
bro.
$150 from going to your
that's what
fucking money.
that's how I kind of see it too. I get it. I think that's cool, but it's not for me. It's not my thing. So I like watching like some of your guys' live videos and then hearing the same songs on the recording. It's like, oh yeah, this is who we are performing, and then this is who we are as creators and artistic in the studio.
Mhm.
And I like that duality kind of
Yeah.
happen. I think that's very cool.
I think that was kind of the weirdest part for me of transitioning down to the two-piece, was having to like relearn how to play all of these songs that I've written.
that you wrote.
Right.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, how do I like? I think Sister Kennedy is actually one of the songs that probably changed the most between recording and live.
Yeah, 100%.
Because we had that super long like theremin intro
Right.
on the
Mhm.
record.
Right.
And then live, it's completely different. And we actually have that live video. We have the version of us doing it live on our YouTube channel if you want to check that out and kind of contrast those two things. Which, hey, fun fact about that I wanted to share really quickly about if you saw us playing live, the Sister Kennedy, is that out yet? Yes, it is out.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So we had just I never got COVID. I didn't get COVID for 4 years.
Oh, you're gonna go with the story?
Yes.
All right, word.
And I got diagnosed with COVID on the morning that Catacombs came out, and I had to cancel
the single
our
release.
our
show.
single release show.
Oh.
And I got sick as fuck. And I already have pneumonia. I'm sorry, not pneumonia. I have asthma, and I was
Close.
trying to avoid pneumonia because I get pneumonia a lot. I'm like very prone to walking pneumonia, which is rad.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what a gift.
It's great.
So tight.
What the fuck is that?
Oh,
Wow.
what just happened?
How did that?
I don't know.
That
Fucking pneumonia. Yeah.
You just created a light show.
Oh, fucking pneumonia. All right, back on the ones and the twos. No, so anyway, my lungs were carved the fuck up, and we recorded all of those live videos 2 days after we had tested negative. So I actually had a panic attack while we were making all of those live videos. Had a
Wow.
little bit of
Man.
freak out because my
Yeah.
voice was so fucking carved up.
It was a long day.
It was a long, rough, brutal day, and there was a lot of tea and a lot of
Yelling.
while trying not to yell to
Yeah.
not destroy my voice even
Yeah.
further.
Throat coat,
Having-
man.
dude,
Throat
having,
coat tea, baby.
having, like I tried fucking everything, and like having like a quiet freak out where I'm just like
It's okay. It's okay. Let's take a
Just
minute.
relax.
Let's
Don't
take a
yell.
minute.
It's just gonna make
It's
it
gonna be
worse.
Okay. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's a different kind of freak out.
Yeah, but anyway, Sister Kennedy, the like, how do I translate that both the rhythm of the bass and the vibe of what the guitar is playing on the intro and the reintro parts? How do I kind of keep the essence of, you know, I'm not going to play a guitar solo during the bridge. So how do we kind of keep the essence of the bridge and also make it more a little bit more freeform, like a guitar solo? So yeah, that I think that was probably the one that took us the most amount of time to adapt. Most of the other songs were pretty quick, of just like, yeah, fuck that, we'll cut that part, and none of the songs are any shorter, but there were some little, you know, it was like, yeah, well, there's just not going to be a guitar part there. So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no, Sister Kennedy was definitely the one that we spent the most time with in adapting it and transposing it, because there are so many parts in that song, and there's a lot of guitar work in that song. So it's like, how do we keep this same vibe and this same energy? And then the live version kind of became, probably more so than any of the other songs, kind of became very much its own thing.
So are you able to, like, when you guys are writing and recording and in that whole mindset, are you able to throw yourself fully into that without having in the back of your head, like, what am I going to have to do this live? What am I going to leave out? Like, are you thinking about any of that, or are you able to kind of shut that off and go like, let me just throw myself, I'll figure that out when I need to. Let me throw it all in here.
So I mean, most of the new stuff that we've been writing over the last year has been much more from this perspective. So it's going to be not wildly different. It's not a different band, but it's much more focused on this setup, because it's fundamentally it's being written by this setup.
Right. Okay.
With that being said, there will definitely be elements. There already are elements in these songs that we're not going to reproduce live. More synthesizer stuff, guitar parts, pads, textural, all that kind of shit. I love. I grew up in orchestra. I grew up in like doing symphony all throughout school. I always have orchestral stuff. I have friends of mine that are I have one friend that's an amazing cellist, and another friend that's a Juilliard trained violinist, and like string brass players and woodwind players that I'll always call. I've used them on our last 2 records.
Nice.
Where it's like, hey, you want to come back in and record some nerdy shit for me? Because I love it. I need it on my record. But again, it's not something that's ever going to be really be played live. I don't have an interest in playing. There's a fucking calliope part on the recording of Sister Kennedy. Nobody wants to hear a calliope live. But it's a great texture.
Well, no, I love that. I love getting into that mindset. We put out a song last year where it was like, we had this bridge section that was acoustic guitar, and while I was in the studio, I was like, does anybody know what someone that plays violin?
Yeah.
and literally like knowing full well, like, this is never going to happen live, but it was just,
fuck it.
This is going to sound awesome.
Dude,
I think it needs something.
We have a fucking hurdy-gurdy on one of our songs. Again, I'm never
Nice.
I wish I had. Hey, if anybody wants to send me a hurdy-gurdy,
Please do.
send me a DM, and I'll give you my address if you want to send me a hurdy-gurdy, because it's one of my favorite instruments and I can't find one. But I liked what you guys said regarding, I completely agree with that, with the live versus studio stuff, where the studio is the place to I don't think it should be the same thing live as it is studio. Live,
it's a different canvas to paint on.
Exactly, dude. Like, are you gonna use watercolors if you're painting a fresco? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
Let's use acrylic tonight.
I think
whatever.
Dude, exactly.
Well,
I think that's the big
Use
problem too.
Fresco. Bro, fresco. Excuse me, not a fresca.
it's
a fresco like the soda.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
paint.
yeah.
It's a tempura
I
and
was kinda thinking-
fresca.
It's a
I need a semi-bitter, almost Alka-Seltzer-y like
Yeah.
tasting soda.
Oh, you know what you should check out is fuck, what is it? Italian.
No.
Is it
I know what you're
bitters?
talking
'Cause
about.
I brought some little bitters over, and it was terrible.
I know what you're talking about. Because we went to.
What is it called?
I know what you're talking about. It's the worst. It's the worst.
It's dog
it's the
shit.
worst. It's the
terrible.
worst.
I know what you're talking
It's
is
the
it?
worst.
It's the
So
purple shit.
when you go to
Yeah? No.
Not no.
when you go
Gia
to-
is- Gia
so
is
when you
bad.
go to Epcot in Disney,
Right.
they actually have like a Coca-Cola or Pepsi tasting thing, and they have from all over the world. And one of the things you can taste is this Italian one that is dog shit. It's so awful. It's like that bitters, but
Yeah.
it has like carbonation.
Fuck, what is it too? Because
Yeah,
now I can
sounds like
see it in my
torture.
head. It is basically. It's not a.
Oh,
No, it's
the canotto. Is it canotto?
that one's not bad.
Dude, canotto
let
is
me-
dog shit.
No, it's not.
Hi, I'm Don Brody, a comedian with a history degree and the host of the podcast HILF, History I'd Like to F***. Each episode, I am joined by a new guest who has brought me a subject from history that they want to know more about. Then I hit the books, I dig deep in the annals, and stimulate. We've covered Frankenstein, Houdini, Joan of Arc, Pompeii, the Salem witch trials, right? Ugh. Join us and find out for yourself that history is a party and everybody's coming.
Did you guys not get enough? I know. Listen. I know this has been a great episode, right?
Give me some more.
But you've heard some commercials, right?
Give me some more.
Including this one.
Give me
Right.
some more.
But where can you find actual real episodes without commercials? Early and ad free.
Patreon.com/bacon is my podcast.
He actually got it right.
Well, I just said it because I knew you weren't going to go with the joke. But if you're thinking, give me some more, that's where you go. Patreon.com/bacon is my podcast. Sign up for one of the tiers, and you can get early, ad-free episodes, extra episodes, stuff with us cooking, stuff with us eating stuff that makes us make horrible faces. You know it. You love it. If you don't know it, you should know it, and you will love it, and you should go there, and you should never, ever, ever forget to ask yourself every single day,
Can I see Bacon's My Podcast live every Sunday?
yes, you can. And the second question is,
Oh, what's your bacon?
what's your bacon? We sometimes often we will each bring things in here for us to try that are generally, the idea is for them to be terrible.
Got it.
Oh, yeah.
And I have like a little small grocery market near me that's walkable from my place, and they have they had these like
And they're still here.
little Italian sodas, like in these little bottles. They were red. They were called red bitter,
Sand bitter?
maybe.
No, I know exactly.
Maybe
And I was-
Campari?
I was like, oh, let me bring those over. Those look like they might be either good or
it
bad,
Stoppy?
whatever. No, they were called red bitter.
Oh.
Red Bitter.
Oh, yeah. Stop it. Red
Beverly.
bitter.
Yeah,
Beverly.
Okay.
Beverly.
is the one you tried.
D'Angelo.
That is the one
Oh, that looks
from
like shit.
Italy.
Just
It
from the
is-
font, I can tell you that it's
Yeah,
tastes
yeah.
like
Dude,
garbage.
that's what it is.
Yeah, they did pick
It is awful.
that font's an asshole.
Well, yeah, it's like Times Sans Roman.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, who does that when you're trying to sell anything?
Right,
What a
exactly.
jerk.
It looks
Yeah.
old. It looks like from a Rome.
Let me.
Yeah, I brought over the bitter, and we took a sip, and immediately it was
Okay.
just the worst flavor
thing ever.
to hit your mouth. Oh, you don't have to go get it.
No, I do wanna
He's
get
gonna go get it. He's gonna go get it.
Really? I love this. All right.
I
cool.
guess he's gonna go get it.
Tastes like piss.
Let me go get it. It's been in his fridge now for months.
Good. It's probably
That-
super fresh.
Stappy red bitter.
That's good. I
It
said
is.
Stappy.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
it is. Yes, perfect.
Yeah, man. Gross.
Not
Oh
fun.
God, it's so
Fucking
gross.
Drink it.
Dude,
It's so
pound it.
gross.
Hey, can I
Yeah,
ask you
I
guys a
actually-
question?
They want you to drink it.
Can I ask you
Hard
guys a
pass.
question?
Hard pass.
Yes, please.
Wait,
Do
you
you like-
want me to drink it?
Do you like? Yes, I want you to drink it
Yeah,
right
please.
now. Do you like writing pens?
I love writing.
I love pens of all sorts.
Yes.
Dude, okay. So this is a pro tip for everyone. This is the Grafton mini twist.
Oh.
Come on, dude. Get in there. It's
Nice.
machined brass. It's fucking unbelievable.
That's awesome. I have
Yeah,
I have a
amazing.
number of writing pens, and I like Pen Day. I'll go out and you go to like Staples or someplace where they have the little pad where you can try a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm left-handed, so it's a pro tip for any left-handers because we tend to
Oh,
fuck up pens really quickly.
Interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
One of
I
them
didn't
graph-
think about that.
Yeah.
My
'cause
daughter is a lefty.
Yeah.
So
Get her one of those pens, man.
yeah,
They're
I'll
dope.
do that.
They
She
glide.
writes Goofy.
Well, she's also 8. So
So she
Supposed
writes
to.
goof. So she writes Goofy one way or
So
another.
she writes. Yeah,
extra goofy.
The only difference is as a left-hander at 34, I still fucking write Goofy. It's
Yeah,
like,
man.
man, your handwriting is goofy as hell, dude. Yeah,
Very goofy.
it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, pro tip on that pen.
I actually so I had a friend come here and I told him about our experience with Stappy and he goes, "Oh, I love that stuff." I was like, "You what?"
He's lying.
No, he fucking drank the whole thing.
You're full of shit.
He's a
He's-
sociopath.
he
Right.
well, yes.
No,
Yeah.
he's just Italian.
Oh, same,
Yes.
same.
He has 7 or more gnomes.
Funny enough, and this is like literally what I was thinking as soon as you guys popped on. He looks almost exactly like Maddie. Steve.
Oh, you're right. Oh shit.
Is that good or bad?
Boy, he's a smashingly handsome
He's a
gentleman.
handsome fella.
Yeah.
So good.
I actually think I'm gonna try and find this picture on Facebook and do that. And
Dude,
just
we had
show, like,
a
I don't-
German exchange.
I don't
student.
hands with him.
Speaking of weird
Perfect.
sodas, we had a German exchange student when I was in 10th grade who tried root beer and said it tasted like toothpaste. And now I really want to use German toothpaste.
I really want
Yeah.
toothpaste.
I want German
Yeah,
toothpaste.
what are they doing over there?
They're like, licorice tastes good, root beer tastes like shit. Like, what the fuck?
what?
That's just wrong.
Dude,
That's just wrong.
they're both good. Root beer is objectively better.
Yeah.
Root beer answers the question of what if licorice didn't taste like shit and it had bubbles in it and you could drink it.
It'd be fucking perfect, and it is
Root beer.
just like root beer.
I do want to share my screen because this
We're not getting paid by A&W.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Barks. A&W
Okay.
is
Can they be?
So
Oh, this is
that's his profile.
this
Yes,
is what
that
you
looks just
you
like
look
me.
you look just like him. Good choice. No, there he is.
Oh, wow. You're right. Oh,
Doppelganger.
Crazy, right?
So wild. So
That is a-
wild.
That is a handsome gentleman, though.
He's
You're
a
right.
handsome man.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know who he was with there.
Fucking Studley Do right over here.
Hopefully, hopefully they're still together.
That's his mounting name.
I doubt it.
Studley Do right.
Studley Do
You're
right.
right.
Mountain name.
Mountie. He's RCMP.
I do want to ask about Tommy about your love for hot foods. How hot do you get?
I get pretty hot. I kind of pulled back for a little bit. I go in cycles of when I get hot, I get really fucking hot.
Yeah.
We do like
We get down.
yeah, we do like 250,000, like 250,000, like 300,000 Scoville usually.
Oh,
On a
that's
good
cute.
day. On a good day.
Yeah, so
That's
pretty
pretty
hot.
Are you peacocking right now? Are you trying
Well, I
to
mean-
peacock right now?
Well, you did it too.
I didn't peacock.
No, but I'm saying you did the other thing too.
I did it. It sucked.
It was awful.
No,
You guys are pussies. We suffered and sweated and had to do jumping jacks and drooled from the mouth for 60 minutes.
That was it.
Oh no. Listen, man, I did 1.5 one time,
Yeah.
and I was making deals to a god that I don't believe in.
Oh,
So, like, dude,
It was
I was like, "Fuck it, Pascal's wager, man. Let's do it." Now's not a time to make enemies, darling.
That's amazing.
It was fucking terrible. Anybody who will save me right now, I'll sell my soul to the goddamn devil if he'll just take away this pain. Yeah, no, I'm talking about like what I actually enjoy eating, not
flavor.
Not,
See,
yeah,
he's a
all of those-
masochist. He's weird.
No, but I
Dude,
do
anything-
like some of the darker flavors of some of those peppers.
Yeah, that's what he likes to say. He's like, it has a real smoky, dark flavor, and I'm like, that's your tongue burning.
Listen,
That's-
I love Carolina Reaper. I think Carolina Reaper is a really nice balanced
Fuck,
pepper.
absolutely it is.
It's incredibly fucking spicy, but it has a beautiful flavor. It's really bold. It's very fruity. It's very pepper forward. Like it's very kind of you get that like muted sweetness in there, and you can do a lot of really interesting things with it.
Also,
That being said, I don't
he's a
like
Pepper
anything.
X
I-
guy.
I don't like any sauce that's over. You're a Pepper X guy. Fuck me, man. I haven't gone down that fucking
Jesus
hellhole yet. But
That sucks. It's awful.
I'm sure. Yeah,
It's awful.
yeah. That's the
I'm
one where
down
he's like,
to-
yeah. If anybody tries to beat my Carolina Reaper, I'll just blow him out of the fucking
Yeah.
water. It's the same guy.
Yeah, it's the same
Right,
guy.
right.
Yeah.
Pucker butt.
It's Pucker butt. It's close to my parents.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
They got us a bottle of it to try.
Do your eyes water just driving past the fucking farm?
Dude, it's not. He doesn't. He's got like this little like storefront, and then
Word.
in the back of the storefront, like I know he's got a farm too that he's got really locked down, but like behind his storefront, he has a little bit like a little laboratory where he kind of does stuff. And we had some spicy chocolate that he made. And,
That was really good. Yeah.
that was very good. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That sounds
But yeah,
amazing.
Pepper X. I think I've got only about a third of the bottle left.
Yeah. You're a crazy person.
Sorry,
It's
I'm
good.
having Tourette's right now. That's why I'm smoking.
Yeah.
my
Do
medicinal
you
marijuana.
have Tourette's?
Yeah.
What's your tick? It's more of a physical.
Yeah.
I have a couple students. I have a student that actually has Tourette's, and she has kind of a. It's more of a physical tick, and then like a hum that kind of happens too.
People say "bless you" to me because I think it's a sneeze. I go.
So we've worked together at multiple jobs and we're very close. So I love fucking with him.
Oh yeah.
And so I started saying "bless you" when he does it, and because people will be like, "Wait, was that a sneeze?"
You're
And I was like,
"Ooh,
no, it's not a sneeze. I just
it's good height."
and then other people will do it, and he's like, "Don't fucking do it."
That is the best friend to have.
Yeah.
It's fun, man. You gotta have
Bless
fun with
you.
it. Yeah. Ooh, bless you. Sorry. It's fun.
That is amazing.
Wait, so did you say you were a teacher? What do you teach?
I work at a school of rock. I teach vocals and guitar.
Oh shit, I'm also a drum teacher as well.
Oh, nice.
I work at a local school in the Valley in California. So one of my favorite things to do is teaching
Keith
drums.
Back in Black.
No, never. No, I let every student choose what they like and go with that. Like I was
Right.
teaching this younger girl, she's like 14, 15, and she loves Deftones, one of my favorite bands in the entire world. And my favorite thing is to let them pick where they go because I don't have to like worry about a curriculum.
Right.
And seeing them like with their eyes light up when they're like, oh shit, I can actually do this too. You're like, absolutely you can. Let's just take it as far as you can go. And it's fun to like talk to other teachers and see their kind of like what they like to do and how they do their stuff. So I was just curious. I heard that and I was just like, oh shit, all right, cool.
Yeah, I do some like I work at a school of rock, so we do have like the curriculum because they're in
Right.
shows and stuff.
Right.
But I tend to like especially with vocal students, but with guitar students as well. I'm like, do you is this how you want to play this, or is this how you want to sing this? Do you want to try and sing it just like the record? Because we could do that. I mean, that's easy. We could do that. But like, how do you hear it? How do you want to do it? Let's
Cool. I
you
love
know,
that.
and
That's my favorite way. Yes.
yeah, I always like to kind of like, I'm like, yo, this is your one chance to do this your way.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's see.
And you get a show where they're going to bring people to watch you. So you show them you. You don't show them you copying them. You show them you. You know.
I think that's really cool. Like, because when you're in high school and playing in bands, and then once you leave high school, you can totally see who are like the individualists
Mhm.
and who went to lessons for like 7 years and just learned lesson stuff. And then
Right.
they're like, in high school, it was like, I'm learning jazz chords. I know that we're in a heavy rock band, but let me try and put the jazz chords in here.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we could try it, but
Yeah, I'm
let's
like-
not try and shoehorn everything in there.
Oh, I'm like, dope. Let's see how it works. Let's
Well, no, I'm all about
play
it.
play half a jazz chord.
man.
You know,
That's my,
let's play-
that's my favorite. Is like, how do we put the weirdest shit we pop? How do we sneak in the shit that people normally don't think that? Oh, thumbs down. The fuck was that?
You don't use shoehorn.
Boo, boo.
Not okay, bro.
No, but that's like one of my favorite parts of writing. It's like, how can I do something nerdy without it sounding nerdy? You know, how can I do
I'm
it?
all
in-
about that.
and
That's
why
where I
look-
get in the studio.
But it's like when they come in the first week and you're writing a song and it's like, I want to put a jazz chord in. Okay, cool. Let's do that. And then they're like, I learned a new scale. Yeah, but what about the jazz chord? We're trying to work on that. No, I'm done with that. Let's just do the
But
new.
that's
let's do scale. It's like, all right.
I think that's more indicative of someone who plays to their ego as opposed to playing to the song. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
Because then it just
Yeah.
if the part doesn't play to the song, don't fucking play it.
The
you know?
song is the god.
The song is
Yeah.
the god. I had a student the other day. And this is my last one that I'll bring back to a student, but like she almost made me cry. She almost made me cry, teared up a little bit because she came in and she was like, hey, I'm not doing a show this summer. I just want to work on I want to work on improv. I want to work on writing. You know, I want to, she's a 16-year-old and she's really good. And she's like, I'm putting a band together. I want to talk to you about like the recording process, all this stuff. Like, okay, well, let's start with improv. Let's just, you know, and we'll pick random backing tracks and I'll be like, give me a key, give me a number. And I'll look for random backing tracks in different styles. And I'm like, all right, we're going to play for 10 minutes. I want you to come up. I want to hear something melodic. I want to hear something that you repeat. And then I want to hear you go off. Right. Mm-hmm. And she stopped me in the middle and she goes, so how do I play to the song instead of just over it?
Ooh.
And I was like, oh my God. What did you just say to me?
Yeah. What? Oh my God.
What did you just say to me?
You're hired. You're hired.
You get it.
Take my gig. Take my gig. It's fine.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was amazing. I was like, you're going to be great. And that's why, because that mindset, that's what separates a good player from a great musician.
Yeah.
Is that little switch that switches.
But yeah, it's super important to know that difference between like serving the song or serving yourself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's definitely what separates guys that are really good in one band versus session guys.
Mhm.
For sure.
Oh
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
definitely.
you gotta disappear into those songs, man. And that's how you sound. That the counterintuitive part is the more you play to the song, the more it's actually gonna feed your ego in the long run. You know what I mean? It's short-term gratification versus long-term gratification, where playing to your ego when you're in the studio is gonna probably in like 5 years, when you realize how much of a shithead you were being, you're gonna listen back to that and be like, I was being a shithead, huh?
That was stupid.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have played all that shit at all. Can we re-record this?
I'm sorry. Did I say I'm sorry? I'm going to say I'm sorry.
Next old band member is like, I am so fucking sorry I did all that. That was stupid as shit.
My bad, bro. My bad.
But once you're able to, get out of your own way, that's the shit that people are going to listen to. And actually, like, people whose opinion on, because I love being told by anyone like, hey, this is really great. And I've been told by plenty of people like, hey, this is really great. And in my mind, I'm like, I was not playing to that song. I was trying to show everybody how fucking cool I was.
Right.
And the people whose opinions on music that I like really appreciate having one of them tell me, somebody I really respect from a creative perspective, from a musician's perspective, right? Saying, hey, that was a really smart part, is like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I love that when it's like, oh, I never would have thought of that. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
awesome.
Fucking
Awesome.
Not like, hey, I admire your bravery.
You're like,
I saw you up there.
Hey, you sure did swing hard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Went for the fences on that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Swung for
Yeah.
the fences,
Yeah.
dude.
That
Swing
is
and a miss.
brutal. That is brutal.
Did you not like the bass part that was underneath there?
Oh no,
Because
it was great.
that guitar part really just erased everything underneath.
yes.
Now we're going to about an hour with this episode. So what I think we should ask them about their bacon.
It's a good time.
Yeah, I think it's a good time.
So we've been doing this show for, like he said, about 3.5 years now, and we've yet to discover what it's about, really, or have like a goal or anything like that with it. But we've started to narrow it down, and the what's your bacon question has been kind of the thing that kind of stuck with us to try and explain like what that is and what that means. And so going through the what's your bacon in 7 questions, and then like, you know, talking about everything outside of immediately what we're doing, and talking more about like the things in life that have inspired you along the way, the things non-musical that you do that kind of put you in the right headspace to get through whatever you are getting through, to make you able to write music or do whatever you do during your day, or just shit you nerd out on and stuff you like to do that takes your mind off things, is what we like to think of as, you know, your topping or side or main course in life, right? Some people it's movies, some people it's for a lot of people it's music, but for musicians sometimes we need something else.
Something else.
Yeah.
We need,
Turn our brains
you know, we need to like, okay, I get really into podcasts and, you know, like whatever it is. I like to cook. I like to go on hikes. So we definitely want to kind of like turn that into part of what we try and find out about each person, because that's where the uniqueness happens. And that's where like we find out really kind of what it is about our guests that kind of makes them who they are. Yeah. Thumbs up indeed. Thumbs up indeed. I don't know, man. I don't know. So,
I don't
so for you guys, when you think about that, when you think about like, if we say like, what's your bacon? What's the thing that kind of keeps you going, or the thing that distracts you, or just where does your mind go when you think about like, yo, what am I passionate about? Like even besides this, or what was I passionate about that led me to be passionate about this? You know, like all that kind of stuff. Where does that kind of take you? What's popping in your head?
I got one.
Yeah.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. For me, taking it away from music, because that is pretty much all we do all the time. Like
Right.
fucking all day, every day, whether it's teaching, playing shows, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
I really love building. Like I love, it's a part of what I do financially, but like creating and building with my hands, be it woodworking, plumbing, like anything. It's a form of income for me, but having nothing and then being able to get something out of it with just my hands, whatever it is, it doesn't like I was redoing this person's house a couple weeks ago, and they were an artist, like a painter, and their studio was not a studio. It was full of shit. Like you couldn't walk into it. And, you know, she was an older woman, and that was her passion. She grew up doing it. And so like, for me, it was cool to clear out the entire space, rebuild everything, redo the drywall, redo like where she worked on her stuff, and like creating something from nothing has always been really important to me. Like I used to be a mechanic. I've like done all sorts of weird like engineering shit, and that absolutely does tie into music, because if Tommy shoots me over a fucking track like he just did last night. He's like, yo, check this out. What do you think? And like I can build from it. So like creating like with my hands, which technically is what I do with drums.
Yeah.
When I put it into a different kind of different context, be it wood or whatever it is, that's what kind of like inspires me to keep creating in a bunch of different spaces. You know what I mean? Like it's really fun for me, and I that's what I love to do that shit. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Were you like that even as it like when you were a little kid? Were you taking stuff apart and putting it back together and like all that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. My father, he was a tower crane operator.
Okay.
And he passed away when I was much younger, but even when I was like a young kid, he always kind of tried to show me like this is how things work. Don't be scared of fucking it up. Just take it apart and figure it out. You know, like I used to build clutches for race cars, like on CNC machine operator, welding, all sorts of crazy weird shit. And that I think has very much so played a part in like my musical like career, where you can have absolutely nothing and you can build off of it no matter what. And like when you get the right person, you get that like that right energy, dude, it's fucking golden. And it works perfectly. And that's like right when you said it, like I was trying to think about what would it be, and I was like, you know what, building shit is like my favorite thing in the world, next to like playing music.
I feel like, you know, like for me too,
You have a lot of that too. Yeah.
I do a lot of that stuff, like
Yeah.
being a homeowner, like
Fuck yeah, dude.
You have to know some of that stuff, otherwise it costs you a fortune. And sometimes it's cathartic, like being able to do a job.
Yes.
Whether it's like putting up 4 light fixtures in a day or whatever it is, it's just like,
and you can fuck it up. You can fuck it up and it's all right. You can take it apart and redo it.
Do it again. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I like. I try to like, even with teaching real quick, but like, even with teaching, like, don't be scared to fuck up. It's gonna happen.
Those are the best parts.
And
where you learn
that's
something.
That's when you find out, like, when you're ready. Like, we played 4 shows in the last week. I guarantee you one of us fucked up at least a couple times during the show. You don't stop. You just go. And you, yeah, I don't want to say it. But like,
it's never the drummer.
Never once. That's never happened once. I've never fucked up. But that's the fun part, man. It's like you learn from it and you grow, and like that's kind of that. I think that's probably my bacon.
Yeah. You don't learn and grow from success.
Exactly.
Right? You have to learn from fuck ups and failure.
Then we must be big smart grown-ups.
Us too.
Yes,
we're
We're doing it.
Learning motherfuckers.
Fucking smart and grown over here.
Yeah, bro.
What is my bacon?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, what's your bacon, bro?
what's my bacon?
Kevin? Sorry, I had to do it.
It's Kevin. No, it's Black Forest from Trader Joe's.
Black Forest.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's is paying me for this product placement.
I hope so. Not a sponsor.
hope so.
Could be.
It fucking better be. No, honestly, man, what recharges me is something far less esoteric. I love learning. I love learning new things, but really recently, for the past few years, my unwinding and like grounding back to reality time is playing video games with my girlfriend once a week.
Nice.
We have like a little futon set up on the floor, and we cook dinner together and play Baldur's Gate 3.
Sick.
Yeah, so we do some essentially some Dungeons and Dragons on PlayStation 5, and I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so there's only like 3 people that can still call me, Maddie being one of them.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just it's like I need downtime, because I, especially being like not traditionally employed, It's being essentially self-employed.
Yeah.
You can either be working, you can work yourself. I have like multiple times where it's just like you work yourself into like a fucking nervous breakdown.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Are you a fan of Bacon Is My Podcast? And you're like, where can I find more stuff?
Well, we got the site for you at baconismypodcast.com. That's where you can find literally everything. It's the portal to his stuff, my stuff, and our stuff, including Bacon's My Fashion.
You can find t-shirts, you can find hats, you can find all kinds of stuff to put on your body parts. You can also check out all of our awesome sponsors, get discounts. We always have the most recent and the best prices for you. And check it out also over at patreon.com/
Bacon is My Podcast. Never changing.
never changing. Find us at baconismypodcast.com. Thanks for checking it out, guys. And remember to ask yourselves,
It's your bacon.
world peace.
I'm Chris,
And I'm Mel.
and together we host the podcast
Spoil My Movie. We were watching movies anyway.
And we were having in-depth conversations about those movies too.
So, we decided to share our thoughts with the world.
You can expect me to gripe about inaccurate details like supposedly cold weather, but you can't see anyone's breath.
And you can expect me to be totally adorable, but also psychologically deep.
And by the end of each episode, we'll provide our respective ratings.
Using a rating scale custom tailored to the movie in question.
Check us out wherever you get your podcasts.
We're everywhere. We're actually behind you right now.
Welcome to Sorta Kinda Funny. We're a comedy podcast
Brother and sister duo.
where we take your guys' embarrassing moments and stories and turn them into humor because life's about laughing at yourself, and we are sure gonna laugh at ourselves. I am James. I am your main Mac Daddy host, and I'm also joined by a loser. Go ahead and
Wow.
introduce yourself, loser. Go ahead. Don't be shy.
This is Lauren.
Give it to them.
Absolutely.
Baby.
Absolutely. What did you just say?
Also, we sing a lot, so if you haven't listened to this first episode, I'm sorry.
We have new episodes available every Thursday and would love nothing more than to hang out with you. Does that sound too desperate?
Yes.
Okay. Check us out wherever you listen to your podcasts, and we'll see you on Thursday. And as always,
Text me if you want to hang out.
bye.
And I think it is really important to just be able to go like, hey, yeah, here's my checklist of shit that I need to get done today. Did I get all of it done? Probably not. Did I get a reasonable amount of it done to where I can go like, hey, I'll do, Peg. I'll do, and like give myself a little fucking pat on the back
Right.
and allow myself to like, smoke a bowl, eat some dinner, watch a couple episodes of South Park, and just go to sleep, or like hang out with my my partner and hang out with our cats and watch a
Be
movie.
present.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
present. Yeah, just like, or just be in the same room with someone. It's like where I'm not,
Well, and be there
Like-
mentally too, not just be
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Be
That's
there.
the biggest part
be
of it
there
that I-
fully mentally.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I'm grateful to have my girlfriend and I communicate non-verbally really, really easily, and it's like just being able to sit down and watch a movie with her and have our cats run across our laps and probably bite me is like that's the downtime. That's the break from just going and going and going and going and going and going and going. And when it's not that, it's whatever I'm obsessing over this week. It's like, and I just need to give myself a break from that. Otherwise, you lose your fucking mind. Also, I like baking bread. That does help too.
That's true. Wait, don't.
Yeah.
That's some real
Ooh.
shit.
Yeah, don't gloss over that.
Yeah,
man.
this-
Baking
He
is
can-
not easy.
No, he can bake bread that will blow your tits off. Swear to God.
I
Thank
want my
you,
tits
Maddie.
blown off.
That is a glowing endorsement.
It's
I want my tits blown off by bread.
When are you in California
I
next? Let's
literally-
do this, bro.
Let's do this.
I literally was someone was trying to pressure me into buying a bread cooker, and I
Fuck that.
was
Use an oven.
so close. Oh,
Don't
okay.
get a bread cooker.
You don't need a fucking
Okay.
bread cooker.
You should. I mean, if you're gonna get anything, get like a stand mixer, so you can mix up all your stuff. I realize that we
Okay.
haven't talked
Right.
about our new single,
What?
Sister Kennedy.
We talked about it a little bit. Our new single, Sister Kennedy, is out on Spotify.
Oh, dude, honestly,
I'm gonna be real honest with you. Like, if I find that when my band does a podcast or an interview or something, and we just talk about like our new single or a video that we put out or something like that, it doesn't do anything for us.
Totally.
And then-
Totally.
but when we're on something and
No, and I was about to say, and that's fucking perfect. Let's keep
Yeah,
talking
and we-
about video games.
when I'm on something and we nerd out about like Marvel movies, or I'm talking about video
Oh
games,
my god,
or
I'm
something like
almost-
that.
I'm almost done with Loki season 2. It's fucking fantastic.
So good,
Oh, it's
man.
so
It's
good,
good.
Dude,
So
I just finished Andor. Oh my god, man.
Nice.
So good.
I finished Ahsoka, and I'm on the Acolyte now as far as my Star Wars goes.
Dude, I got to see some Trinity, some Jedi Trinity.
Yeah,
Pretty sick.
yeah, dude.
I've seen episode 6.
And I've never played Baldur's Gate, but I'm
Dude, you
I'm
gotta-
knee
do you like
deep in
Dungeons and Dragons.
I do. I'm like knee deep in God of War Ragnarok though. So
Oh, well, you gotta fucking finish that.
I gotta
God of War
finish that.
Ragnarok is amazing.
yeah,
dog.
it's so good, man. It's so
It's
good.
so good.
It's so good.
I have to get
but
a better video game system.
you gotta get a
and,
PS5,
like-
bro.
Yeah, man.
I
Just
know.
do it, mate.
Well, he
Yeah.
likes classic games. He's definitely
Yeah.
into like he's
I just found out that there's a place at a mall about 40 minutes from me that does, it's $15 and it's all day, all stand-up arcades, and
Ooh.
why are we not there?
and
Yeah.
They take the consoles?
Shut it down.
yeah, what?
consoles. So they have like a Sega Dreamcast. They have
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
They have, well, you know, Nintendo, SNES,
Yeah, yeah.
N64, all those things.
Dude,
And,
I
like,
just
a bunch
found
of
my
games.
old N64 in the garage the other day.
Dude.
Dude.
And
Uh,
two controllers and a copy of Super Smash Brothers.
Wait,
baby.
what?
Oh, solid, man.
Ooh.
Next
You get
to
yourself-
a bunch of bullets for some reason.
Fuck yeah.
Did
Let's
you-
shoot stuff and play.
I had like
fucking-
M1 Garand little magazines.
Well, do you have
Spider-
GoldenEye?
I don't have GoldenEye anymore.
That's-
it was
that's the
Super
one.
Smash Brothers and that shitty pod racing game that I love.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the
It was so stupid.
Yeah.
It was dumb as hell.
fun as
But-
shit though.
But yeah, this place, they like for $15 you get a bracelet and you get free reign.
What?
They serve booze?
No, they don't. But you can leave.
No, you
and
gotta
come
sneak
back.
that in your
You can
tummy.
bring in
Hide it
booze.
in
Yeah,
your
you can
back
bring in
pocket.
booze.
Yeah,
They're,
yeah.
they're not.
Put it in a
checking.
stick bag.
I keep it in my pants next to the steaks.
Yes.
They're
That's
with
even
they're,
steaks.
they're, bur- they're bourbon
Oh, bring it
seasoned
back.
steaks.
That's what
They're
we call a
That's what
callback.
we call a callback in the biz.
In the
folks.
biz. In this
Well-
biz we call show.
Well fucking played.
That's showbiz, baby.
But I do need to get into better video games. I
Yeah,
had
man.
a Switch for my kids, and now I'm
Dude.
like,
You need the
oh,
PS5
Switch
just
is
for Spider-Man.
awful.
dude.
Well, oh, you gotta
Like
play
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
and Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Miles
Oh.
Morales, Spider-Man 2.
Dude, Spider-Man 2 is so good.
Well, I have Spider-Man. I'm in the process of trying to finish it because my son keeps like, my son is
Finish
10.
him.
My son is like into it,
Yeah.
like super into it, and he's just like,
so watch
"Dad."
him finish it so you can like
Yeah, and
Move
well,
along
I
in
can
the
do
story.
that
High
and Miles Morales on 4. I can still do it on 4, but I know like
There you go.
5.
So good.
Dude, Miles Morales. I tried playing Miles Morales on a 4 and it fucked my 4 up. No,
yeah.
I don't think you can do Miles Morales on a 4. That was the first Spider-Man game on. That was like the first game on PS5.
Oh,
yeah, it was
really?
the first one on PS5.
Yeah, it was
I know
the
it's for
first,
sale, 'cause
PS5.
I think they ported it so that you could do it on both.
Oh,
It was
really?
I think it was the last one that actually was you could do on both.
Yeah,
But there's a
I
there's a
think-
big graphics
if,
difference.
I think if you tried to port Spider-Man 2 on a PS4, it would fucking catch on fire. Fully.
I think it would. I think
It
it
would
would.
be
Yeah.
done, dude. Like it's all open world, and you can just
Yeah.
fast travel from one part of the world to the other without a loading screen.
There's no
Like,
loading
it's
screen.
gonna explode.
It's just instant.
No,
all-
no loading screen.
No,
No.
it's fucking crazy.
It's crazy, dude.
Oh
It's
my
so
God.
good.
I
It's
need
so
to-
good.
I need to figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Dude,
You
between
can figure
that,
it
Still
out.
a guitar.
Buy PS5. Yeah, you got like
Yeah, well,
12 guitars here.
between that and Baldur's Gate 3, man, you'll be set. It's
I gotta play
Dungeons and
Baldur's
Dragons-
Gate. I've never played
It's
it.
a Dungeons and Dragons video game. It's fucking amazing. It's turn-based combat. It's so much fucking fun.
Nice.
It is so much fun. I just finished a run as an open hand monk,
Oh yeah, you told me all about this
Dude.
the other day.
fucking doing karate on motherfuckers and just dropping
excellent.
damage. Isn't it? You know what his name was? My open hand monk.
What's his name?
Monk. No, it was Shalhoub.
Shalhoub?
Tony.
Yeah, like
Tony.
Tony Shalhoub.
Like
Monk.
Tony Shalhoub? Yeah.
Oh,
Tony,
yeah. Yeah. Fuck
Excellent.
yeah. And I would
Excellent.
just run up to people and just like, "Duh, fuck you. God. It's great.
What-
I get special points for picking somebody up and using them as an improvised melee weapon and just fucking slamming them into somebody else.
You can
I'm
do
like,
that?
I don't like you and I don't like your friend, so I'm gonna use you. Kill
up
your
your
friend. It's
That's
great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Now, okay, I got to play this now.
Yeah,
It's
it
sick.
sounds like a
Yeah, it
great
sounds
game.
dude, it's way too much fun. Or you can just like pick people up and because you're open hand monk, dude, you're just like,
Yeah.
"Whoa." Fucking shit up.
I love
like
that.
You drink
Yeah.
some strength potions.
Be
Fuck outta here,
stronger.
bro.
I haven't done the turn based since like Dragon Age 3, I think.
I think didn't Larian did Larian do a Dragon Age game or was that Divinity Original Sin? I think
I
it was
don't-
Divinity Original
I'm
Sin.
not sure. I'm not sure.
But I it might be the same developer. It's
Yeah.
very fun turn-based combat with
Nice.
great animations.
That's
And I
excellent.
love it. And
Nice.
You gotta try that.
Yeah.
I gotta
Dude.
try that.
Yeah,
I
man.
need to get
cook
in
dinner with
on
my
it.
girlfriend, smoke a joint, hang out with my cats, eat some food,
Play video games.
play video games.
All right, what's the go-to dish?
Awesome.
Real quick before we end this, what's the go-to dish?
Yeah, if you're gonna cook for somebody, what are you cooking?
Oh, my go-to dish?
Yeah.
Anything with eggs, honestly. Breakfast burrito. I'll fuck up a breakfast burrito.
He does
Okay.
fuck up the back of it.
Dude, some
Nice.
Kewpie mayo, some sriracha and some Kewpie mayo, maybe some fermented Calabrian chili peppers in the Kewpie mayo. Throw some Hawaiian pepper flakes from my boy's dad over there in Hawaii. Chuck some of that in there.
Word.
Some bacon,
Word. All right. Yeah. Yeah. No,
some home fries,
You
some
know what?
slices of avocado. What?
I'm gonna go scallops. If I'm gonna really get down,
Oh,
I can fuck up some scallops.
Why do you hate me?
I've heard.
Why are you doing this? I said fucking breakfast burrito and you said scallops?
It's called It's called juxtaposition, son.
Piece of
It's
shit.
fine. Breakfast
I
burrito
like
is
lobster and
shit.
Skittles.
You're real.
I make you mashed potatoes. They'll be good.
I was like, I'm gonna do a chocolate souffle because fuck him. That's why.
No, not fuck you, bro. I think that actually complements itself really well. You start your day off with a fucking tight ass breakfast burrito, end your night with a great glass of wine and scallops. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man. You don't need a lunch with that.
Just doing scallops,
too,
though?
by the way.
You're not grilling any asparagus?
I could do a lot of.
You're not
sides
making
with
like
it.
a
I'm
little
just-
arugula sides, a beet.
Of course, I'm gonna do sides with it, but I'm just saying.
What would you
straight up.
pair it with?
Oof.
I mean, what does it matter?
What would you pair with your
Appenzeller.
scallops?
I would probably do
Appenzeller.
maybe like a beet salad
Yeah,
with like
Oh.
a goat cheese,
a little goat
pistachio-
cheese,
Some
pistachio-
walnuts.
and a balsamic.
pistachio covered in
No.
pistachio.
Oh,
Dude,
pistachio. Okay.
Try
Nice,
the
nice.
same thing. Change the pistachio. I love pistachios. but
Go
change
for it.
out with candied walnuts.
Ooh,
walnuts are
fuck
good.
you, bro. All right,
A little
I'll do
feta.
that.
A little feta.
Do a
with
little
that?
feta.
Absolutely.
Could also do some. Could do ooh.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Fucking barat and beet salad on the side.
Oh, shut your
with
Oh,
some
dirty Italian mouth.
Yeah. With
Yeah,
some
man.
balsamic glaze,
A little balsamic
a little
glaze.
balsamic glaze, a little bit of olive
Fucking
oil.
mancha,
Ah.
baby.
I enjoy.
I just wrote a song for you right now. It goes like this. Shut your mouth.
I love burrata.
It's too yummy. Yum yum yummy.
My heart loves burrata.
Yeah.
Oh, it should.
My stomach does not love burrata.
We got a pizza place here that'll do a vodka pie with burrata. And
Oh.
it just like you just slice it. It just oozes out on everything. Fantastic. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic.
Goosh. Welcome to Goosh Pizza, where you can goosh your own pizza. Hey, come on in. This pizza's not gonna goosh itself.
Not gonna goosh itself.
Fill it with vodka and make it goosh.
Goosh, baby.
Down here at Goosh Pizza. Watch it
I-
goosh.
We need to goosh pizza together at some
Dude.
point.
Yeah. I'll goosh a pizza with you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Turn that pizza into the letter A.
Yeah.
We'll high five while gooshing a pizza.
Yes.
We should live stream a double gooshing session across the coast.
What are you guys
Let's do it.
doing? Gooshing
All right,
this
cool.
pizza?
Gooshing this pizza.
Gooshing together.
A goosh for two?
The band that gooshes together stays together.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I love that. I mean, where do we go from there?
I don't know.
We go to a place to play video games and goosh a pizza.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Right.
Fuck yes.
That's where we go.
That's
from
where
there.
we go from there.
Yes.
You're right. You're right. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, we didn't get to half our questions, and that's how I prefer it.
Fuck yeah, that means it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
that means it's a good thing. So it also means we need to have you back. We need to do this again. So
Deal.
Yes.
we definitely want to do this
Absolutely.
again.
We're always just an email away, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
It's been an
So
absolute
before we
pleasure.
head out,
Yes.
let everybody know where they can watch the new video for the new single
Yes.
that we were supposed to talk about this whole time.
Yeah, Sister Kennedy video is out now. Where can they check it out?
They can check it out on the Paradise Vultures YouTube channel. I don't think that we have enough subscribers yet to have our own custom name on YouTube, but just search Paradise Vultures on YouTube or Paradise Vultures Sister Kennedy, and you will find it, and you will watch it, and you will enjoy it, unless you have photosensitive epilepsy, in which case, don't watch
Don't
it,
watch this
because it might give you a seizure.
Fuck you up.
But then just listen to it and
Just listen
enjoy
to it.
audibly.
Yes,
Because
that won't
audibly,
give you a
it's still
seizure.
fine.
Yes.
It's still just great.
It's
enjoy
not.
enjoy
not
the,
seizure
the
inducing.
oral experience.
Exactly. Just close your
Aural.
eyes and like
Aural.
Have an,
feel like
have an
you're-
oral experience.
Aural.
Open them shortly for a little intermittent spirit, and you'd be like, "Oh, okay, I can watch this part." But you know,
right.
it's a lot.
I
It's a
feel
lot.
like that'll make it
If
worse.
if you only cover one eye and you open the other eye, nothing will happen to you.
Yeah, you're fine.
That is, I just made that up.
I heard it in a TED talk once.
I totally just
real.
made that up now.
It's
But-
totally scientifically viable.
But it's
It's not-
online,
it's not
so
a
it's
good-
true.
It's yeah.
You say it 30 more times online, and it's just
Yeah.
accepted. It's fact.
Yeah.
Fact check me in the comments.
Jimmy Guerrero.
Sound in the comments of the new Sister Kennedy video.
Yeah.
If you have photosensitive epilepsy and it gave you a
One of
seizure.
them.
If you watched it with one eye and had an
yeah.
episode,
Also, if you
let us know in the comments.
if what they're saying doesn't get you there easy enough, and
Yeah.
it should, if you're not like serve a smack in the head, we're gonna have the link down there.
Yeah, all links will be
Check in
in
the
the
comments.
descriptions and
We
all
got
that kind of
you.
stuff.
Of
But
course.
yeah, you can find us for Paradise Vultures everywhere, and we love talking with people and connecting with people that enjoy what we're doing. Because the way that I see it, there's plenty of stuff to listen to. If you like what we do, awesome, jump on in.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a good time.
The
And,
water's
and if you
fine,
don't
baby.
like what we do and you want us to do something else, well, there's plenty of other music for you to listen to, and that's totally fine too.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Heck yeah,
Love it.
awesome.
Highly recommended from us here at Bacon is my podcast too. And we don't say that a lot.
We don't say that at the end of it. Or
I've
the
said that
beginning of
I've said
episodes.
that maybe 3 times in our entire
Yes.
history.
We got a bunch of good firsts today.
well, thank
This
you.
is fun.
Yeah.
Good job. Love it.
Yes.
Crisp.
Now,
Crisp podcast.
now, Tommy, just
Yes.
let him know about lawn jockeys once we get off here.
Yeah, you guys talk about
Let him
that.
Google it and talk to him a little
You
bit.
guys-
Ah, you guys are calling all the way the fuck back.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
He
what we
actually
do
wrote it
sometimes.
down with his fancy pen on this fucking notepad. We have to have a long conversation.
The
about it.
left-handed pen. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
It'll
Talk to
it'll be a
Maddie
shorter
about
conversation than you
lawn
think.
jockeys. Yeah, exactly. They're racist. Really? I didn't know what they were. Here's what they are. Oh my
Here's
God,
what they
that
are.
is
Oh.
crazy racist.
Okay. All right.
My apologies.
Now I get it.
Sorry. My fault.
Oh man, I love this episode. We can't wait to have you guys back
Yeah.
because we want to have you back for sure.
Any fucking time.
We're
always down.
we're
Awesome.
always stoked to come back on.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody that checked it out. Thank you, everybody that listened. Remember to check out Paradise Vultures everywhere. All the links are below if you didn't write them all down with your fancy pen while they were talking about it. And remember to ask yourselves every single day that very important question for you. What is it that makes your life better? What is it that is your escape? What is it that makes the best parts of life even better for you?
Yeah, your topping, side, or main course. Guys, what was that question?
What's your bacon?
I like bacon.
That's not a question. That's a.
I like bacon.
No. The way I
Bacon?
said it. No, the way I said it was a question.
If you put a question
But
mark
also-
on it, he'll read it like that.
I've
Yeah,
held it
exactly.
in. I held it in all episode. Can I do it?
Who put the question mark?
Put the question in.
Hey,
there,
Maddie.
bro.
Hey, Maddie. How do you know how a stage is level?
Really, you want me to answer that?
I do. Please.
Fucking Christ. Okay. Because the spit's coming out of the drummer's face equally on both sides.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
Fucking
I was good. I was good the whole episode.
You were good the
Thank
whole
you.
episode.
But I will give it to you. Well played, sir.
Well, the only reason why I was good on the whole episode is because I knew that Tommy was also a drummer as well.
Right,
So,
right.
so you can't shit on all drummers.
Just one of them. Just one of them.
You got to pick. You got to pick.
You gotta pick.
I'll take it.